We are recording.
And we are recording.
We are the world. We are the people. And I gotta turn this fan off. Because it's 73 Kelvin in this room. I don't know how hot that is.
It's pretty
Clap
hot.
sync.
Can we have that? Can we have it in the show?
In.
Please have that in the show.
That's in. That's in.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Welcome to the Spooktacular. Take it away, not Kenneth Copeland.
What is this thing? I didn't know. Just run.
Welcome to Fatal Lunch, the Spooktacular.
Hello. Welcome to the Halloween special. That's going to be about 2 to 3 weeks later than Halloween.
Tales from the Fatal.
I woke up with this weird green mark on my face this morning, but whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I tried to wash it off and it wouldn't go anywhere, but today we're going to be telling you 3 or 4 spooky stories written by us truly. Producer Palette, PJG, and according to ChatGPT, main host Will. We cook these spooky stories up, and we hope you enjoy. So,
Yeah.
comment, like, subscribe, share. We love you. And without further ado, let's scare your pants off. Rock your socks off. Other spookiness. This is AI generated music, YouTube. All right. But first, an opening clip.
Yeah.
I told you not to go into the part to work on the particle accelerator with the Shrek 4K Blu-ray in your pocket. But did you listen?
That is the best story I think I've ever heard. The particle accelerator with the Shrek Blu-ray.
I lost it. I got lost in the music. Sorry.
All right.
You can cut the music.
Is this the?
You can cut the
What
music.
the hell? It's still going. I thought it ended.
No, you just yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
This is spooky.
Spooky clip.
Spooky.
Twins.
Spooky.
I know somebody is
All right, you can close it out.
fetishizing this.
You can close it out.
Now I'm just grossed out.
It's spooky. That was our opening clip. Let's get into one of these stories. Let's have Palette read his first
Okay.
today.
All right, guys. So I just wanted to say I'm dressed up as, the second host, PJG.
Yep. Second host PJG according to
So-
ChatGPT.
We're gonna talk about Bigfoot and aliens and archaeology. So let's go. Oh, don't forget plants.
Plants. Love plants.
All right, guys. I'm just kidding. Let's get my image
All right. Spooky stage is yours, super producer.
Hey, so this is producer Palette's spooky story.
This is producer Palette's super scary, spooky story. It is called The True Revelations. So we all know about Revelations. It's a story in the Bible about one day there will be a judgment for all of humanity. Here we go. On one day of the earth there will be an apocalypse and the second coming. This day is usually referred to as Judgment Day. Today was a normal day. My friend Emilio was sitting on the couch. Then we heard sirens and saw a light coming down. It was him, Jesus Christ. I said, but Jesus wasn't all too happy. It turns out his name was actually Brian.
Dun, dun, dun.
Everyone has gotten it wrong. Brian started wreaking havoc on the earth, meteors and everything, but he refused to attack one place, Utah. He said they have it correct. He said they were the correct ones. That they would be saved. So Utah ascended to the afterlife. but the earth was here to suffer. Amelia drank some water and from it. I was on my own. I tried to drive, but it turns out all the cars and tech wouldn't work. So I used a bike, rushed to get some supplies. I saw angels and Joseph Smith.
I've heard of him.
And surprisingly, Kenneth Copeland there was helping too. Or helping Brian. On year 1, I survived. A third of the world's population was gone. I surprisingly survived. On month 6 of year 1, 5/3 of the population was gone.
A whole 5/3.
I surprisingly survived. Or no, was wiped. And the 15th trumpet was blown. Good thing I bought the survival rapture bucket. But I needed to find a better hiding place because mine was destroyed. So I biked really far. Then I found a BronyCon, a place too scary for even God to go to. I instantly ran in, but I was hit with a very bad stench of BO and J. No wonder God couldn't go here. The people were just hard to listen to. But I said this is better than dying, so I'll just have to deal with it until it was blown again. And
The next trumpet was blown again, and
Mel Gibson came to ruin the spot. It was a terrifying bunch. It was terrifying. A bunch of bronies got killed. I slipped away somehow. Then I remembered there's only one way out of this, to travel back in time so I could live peacefully before this. So I used a rowboat to go to an island in Hawaii. It was super hard. I was getting chased, but I barely slipped through and found a volcano. I found the underwater portal and took no time to jump in. I felt a sense of relief that it was in a safe time where I wasn't gonna die. And then I looked at the calendar and saw I was 1914. All that hard work for nothing.
yo, dog, it's 1914.
I started freaking out, and that's when I was ascended to the afterlife. The end.
And what was that story called one more time?
It was called The True Revelations.
I think I'm getting sick. Unless that's a camera artifact. It looks like I'm getting green. That's weird. Fiona! Wait, excuse me. What was that? Sorry, a little bit of a cough. Okay, I'll read mine next. I actually emailed you an image you can pull up.
Wait, what would you guys rate my story out of 10? We should do
14.
14. Hell yeah. What about you, Will?
14 out of 9.
14 out of 9.
In proper fraction. That's how good it was.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's just like the blowing of the 15th trumpet.
And how 6/3 were actually taken down.
Yeah, they killed everybody, brought them all back, killed them again.
Where was it?
It should be Gmail. I sent it to you. We'll be right back.
Can we get like a thunder strike for when after every story title named? You know.
Did I not send it? And we're back. My spooky story is called "The Wolf That Cried Boy." I didn't put the word "that" in there, but you can go to wide now if you like.
Then you get a thunder clap in the background for every title. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll say it more dramatic. The wolf who cried boy. The wolf that cried boy. In a small town tucked away in the mountains, think like the Appalachian Mountains, there's a small dive bar. It's musty. It sits about 20 people, all regulars. They all know each other. They know their stories, their histories. They have nothing new to say, but they show up night after night to swig on their favorite beverages. This bar is close enough to most of them, they just walk, and on this night was no different. It was a cool autumn night, about 8 p.m. A man, let's call him John, about 50 years old, a little overweight, curly hair, white t-shirt, is walking his way up to the bar.
This guy sounds familiar.
Yeah, to do what he does every night. But this night would prove to be different. As he's meandering up a 2-lane road, shuffling his feet, he hears rustling from a bush to his left. Assuming it was a raccoon or a possum or any other normal creature of the night, he minds no business. But as he's getting closer to the rustling, he sees a set of eyes that are about as tall as his chest, and he gets a little creeped out. He mills around on the ground near his feet and finds a stone about half the size of a baseball. He throws it in the bush and yells, "Get out of here!" But the rustling continues to get closer. Looking for another stone and continuing to yell, "Get out of here! Leave me alone!" He hears the strangest sound coming from the bush. In a deep, almost growl, he hears, "Boy." Confused, the man yells, "What did you say?" And all he gets back is one single word in that same low growl, "Boy." The man inches closer to realize it's a wolf, a giant wolf. The man leaps back, falling over, going, "Get away from me!" But the wolf inches closer, and with the same low growl says, "Boy." The man is terrified, stumbles back to his feet, looking for anything to throw at this creature, anything that can save him. He remembers a pocket knife, pulls it out trembling with fear, and his arm extended, completely out, holding the tip of the knife as the wolf walks closer, still saying, "Boy." The wolf approaches him and sits right down in front of him and stares him in the eyes and says, "Boy." The man holds the knife up and says, "Are you someone's pet? Are you a good boy? Are you nice?" And the wolf just stares at him with caution. The man approaches the wolf, extends his hands, fingers down, out in front of him. At huge relief, he says, "Phew, you must be domesticated, or you're just the nicest wolf that ever existed," and pats the wolf on the head. And seemingly full of joy, the wolf leans into his hand as the man scratches the dog between his ears and says, "You scared the crud out of me, critter. Good thing you're friendly, but I gotta get going. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, if you know what I'm saying." So the man turns back and continues up the road, but he hears a clicking and clacking of dog fingernails on the road. He turns around and says, "Go on, get! Go back, go home." But with a clearer, deeper voice, the wolf says, "Boy." The man kind of laughs. "It sure sounds like you're saying boy," he says. And in that instance, the wolf replies in a deeper growl, "Boy." But this time it's clear as day, and the man is like, "I swear you're saying words. Can you say anything else? Say hi." And the wolf just replies, "Boy." He goes, "It's funny that the only word you know, but I really got to get going." So the man continues to walk down the road, but the clicking and clacking continues behind him. So every often, the wolf lets out, "Boy." He goes, "All right, you can come with me. We'll show everyone at the bar how smart you are. Can you do anything else?" The man extends his hand out in an upward position, just like an Italian, and says, "Sit." The wolf complies. The man starts laughing. The man says, "Lay down." And the wolf lays down at the same time, saying, "Boy." The man is laughing hysterically now. He goes, "If you can do this one, you're magic. Roll over." The man says between laughs, with tears coming out of his eyes. And surprisingly, the wolf rolls over perfectly and lets out an excited "Boy." The wolf gets up, walks over to the man, and jumps on him. He's tall enough to see eye to eye with the man and starts frantically licking him in the face. And the man's petting him back. He goes, "Man, you're magic. Your name is Boy. Come with me. Come with me, wolf. The people at the bar are going to be excited to see you." So the two embark down the road together, walking side by side. Every so often, the dog lets out a low growl, "Boy." About 20 minutes later, they rock up to what looks like a reused survival shack with the word "Lucky's Bar" and a broken neon sign. But for some reason, the bar owner still keeps the sign on. It just flickers and buzzes. As he approaches it, another man in a black leather jacket standing outside smoking a cigarette goes, "John, how you doing?" And the man, John, replies, "Randy, doing good. What's the scene like tonight?" And the man in the leather jacket replies, same old, same old. Cheryl's in there talking about her cruise to Hawaii last year. Dale is drunk as a skunk, like always. Bob, he's in a bad mood. Him and his wife got into it about some sort of financial thing, and the rest are just doing their regular thing. Pool table's still broken, he says. John says they're supposed to fix that years ago. And the man in the leather jacket says, things around here move like molasses. It's slow, sticky, and only the flies come around. Both men start laughing. And the man in the leather jacket says, "What, did you get a new dog?" John goes, "This fucking thing just came out of the woods, started talking to me." He goes, "Watch. Hey, boy, say it." And the wolf just stares blankly at him. And John turns to the man in the leather jacket and says, No, just wait. Wait. He could say boy. It's hilarious. It sounds exactly like he's saying boy. I'm being serious. Here, let's start slow. John turns to the wolf and says, sit. And the wolf sits perfectly. With the back of his hand, he lightly slaps the chest of the guy in the leather jacket and says, see, think smart. Watch. Lay down, exclaims John, and the wolf promptly lays down. Then John says, seems like this one of them wolf hybrids. That one of the people around here have been training to be smart. But the dog saying, boy, you almost had me there for a minute, the man says in the leather jacket. I swear, watch. Roll over. And without hesitation, the wolf rolls over. And the man laughing again says, I swear this dog's smart. It could speak. It was saying boy the whole time. It was saying boy to me the whole time on the way up here. The man says, listen, wolf, this is your chance. Say boy. And the wolf just blankly stares at him. I'll get this dog to talk. Hold on. The man leans in real close to the wolf and says, if you don't say boy right now, I'm going to send you back into those woods with a limp. The man's face is only about an inch or two from the wolf's face. He's tightly holding the wolf by the neck skin. And the wolf lets out a little low growl. Boy. And a very, very quiet growl. The man jumps back and says, you see? You heard it. Didn't you hear him? And the man in the leather jacket says, I heard a growl. I didn't hear no words. You already start drinking before you get here? And the man says, whatever, it happened. You know it, I know it. I'm taking him inside the bar. Everybody's going to get a kick out of this. Man in the leather jacket says, you know they don't like animals up in there. But the man just says, this wolf is special, lightly pushing back the man in the leather jacket. He yells to the wolf, come on, let's go. Pushes the squeaky bar door open, and enters a smoke-filled bar with the wolf at his heels. Just a little more. The bar is exactly what you'd expect. Smoked field, dimly lit. Tchotchkes all over the walls of images you'd imagine. Deer antlers, faded Polaroids of old patrons current and past. An old pool table with a neon NASCAR glass mosaic hanging over it. The bar itself is located at the back of the room. It's about 25 feet long. It has a wall of dusty old liquor bottles that probably haven't been opened in 30 years. It smells like every dive bar in every small town you can imagine. The jukebox is playing generic country music, but it's being drowned out by the laughter and chatter of about 25 patrons. As the man approaches the bar, you can hear different people saying, where'd you get that dog? And a couple of people saying, hey, dogs aren't allowed here. But the man is so excited to show off his dog's talent, he waves them off and yells for the bartender. Let me get a red 40 light, says the man. The bartender slides him a bottle of the most refreshing beer in all of America, Red 40 Light Brew. It's brewed in sunny Southern California. He pops the top. A crisp, refreshing wave of pure Red 40 glides down his throat and along his tongue. He lets out a refreshing, man. Then he says, hey, can I get a piece of that jerky here for my dog? Wait till you see what he can do. The bartender slides him a flap of jerky. He turns to the wolf and tosses it in his direction. And without hesitation, the wolf swallows it down in 3 bites. The bartender says, where'd you get that dog? And the man replies, he just came out of the woods and started following me. Wait till you can see what he can do. Turn down the jukebox, dusty old bar face. I got a trick to show you and all the patrons. The bartender turns down the jukebox and the man yells to patrons, quiet, quiet, quiet. As the calamity starts to settle and people start to turn, he goes, what I have here is a magic dog. Not only can this wolf do tricks, but it can speak. But not like the way regular dogs speak. By just barking, this dog can say the word boy, you hear? The clanking of glasses and some laughing and shuffling, and the crowd's murmuring, saying to themselves, what has this old crackpot got himself into this time? The man stands in the center of the crowd holding court, saying, you're not going to believe this. Turns to the wolf and says, sit. The dog promptly sits. He looks around jeering at the audience, saying, eh? His hands at the wolf. Now, this wolf approached me earlier today, the man says, seemingly an ordinary wolf, but showcased quite an amazing talent. Surely thereafter, when this demonstration is all over, you won't believe your eyes, your ears, or your anuses, because this is going to blow your ass off. Lay, the man says, and the wolf lays down on the ground. The man feigns a bow. With weird reverence, slowly looks around the room at everybody, with his arms outstretched, pointed towards the wolf. Roll over, the man commands. The wolf promptly rolls over. The crowd kind of claps, mildly impressed. Wolf is huge, probably 6 foot tall from tail to snout, and clearly is a wild animal. Now, if this demonstration just ended there, the story probably wouldn't have been told, but the events that happened next are what gilded this story into legend. Now, I got a video to show you of him showing off the dog if you want to go to one of those Soras I made.
Nice. Let's see it.
This is just him entertaining people with the dog in the bar.
Look at that.
Down, roll.
No way.
Good boy. You see?
That was it. That's all I could prompt. It couldn't do any better than that. But that's just an idea of what this is.
Yeah.
All right, we're taking this thing home. Just like a couple more paragraphs. The man standing proud and tall and confident says to the wolf, "Say, boy." But the wolf just sits there, looking at the man in the eyes. "Come on, dog, say it. I know you can talk. You even showed the man outside you could talk." The man in the leather jacket turns to a patron and whispers, I think it, he said it sounded more like a growl to me, with his impatience growing. The man starts shouting louder and louder, "Say it! Say it, dog! Say it! I know you can say it!" But the dog just blankly stares at him. The man yells at the bartender, "Give me another red 40 light." Bartender slides over to the edge of the bar. The man walks over, grabs it, pops the top, and enjoys another cool, crisp, refreshing, delicious, almost springtime in your mouth sip of the best drink in America. Ah, red 40. We love it. The patrons of the bar start hurling insults, vicious and vile insults. They seem to be getting worse and worse. These patrons were used to talking shit to each other, but for some reason it seems to be more vile than before. The crowd almost turns zombie-like in their taunts. The man can't pick out a single insult, but he keeps saying, "It's true, I know it's true, I'm telling you, it's true, boy. Talk, god damn it, talk right now." As the man starts growing more impatient, he throws the empty bottle of red 40 in the dog's direction, just barely missing the dog. A voice from the back of the crowd says, "Hey, don't hurt that dog." And the man says, "You mind your own fucking business. Now you talk, boy, I'm telling you. Say it," getting closer to the dog. He strikes the dog on the head with his fist. He slaps it again. He kicks it, and the crowd grows louder, and he's just yelling, "Talk, talk, god damn it. You're making me look like a fool. You're making us look like a fool." Now the crowd starts closing in, grabbing the man, telling him to stop hurting the dog. The man turns around, pushing people off of them as the crowd keeps grabbing from every angle. Now yelling and the voices become a mash of incoherent rambling. As the crowd gets closer, the man starts to lash out more violently, and in no time flat, a full brawl breaks out in the bar. As the man is striking people and being struck himself, he gets a glimpse of the dog, leaving out of the front door. Somewhere in this brawl, a glass bottle is broken and used as a makeshift knife. Nobody knows why to this day, but for some reason the people involved are more violent on that night than they had ever been, and the intensity ramps up. The fighting is growing and escalating at an extreme pace. And out of nowhere, a gunshot rings out from behind the bar. Maybe it was a warning shot. Maybe it was an accident. Nobody knows the true intent of what the bartender meant with that shot. But to this day, all we know is it struck a young lady who wasn't involved in the brawl in the back of the bar. Seeing that gunshot happen, the people become incensed, and the fighting ramps up. Somebody grabs the bartender by the hair and drags her over the bar and starts stomping on her head repeatedly. The man covered in blood, fighting for his life, inches his way to the front door of the bar, pulling other people off of him, making his way out. He leaps through the front door, slamming it behind himself. The sound of chairs, glass bottles, and yelling still happening inside the bar. He's dizzy, in a daze, and has no idea how long that fight was, or what's going on. He just had to get home. Drenched in blood from head to toe, stumbles down the dark 2-lane highway. He hears in the distance a familiar rustling in the tree. He's like, "Is that you, dog? Get out of here. You ruined my life. I hate you." Finding a small pile of rocks, he starts hurling them towards the tree as hard as he can, yelling incoherent profanities and some version of, "I hate you, dog. You ruined my life." The wrestling gets quieter, and 2 pairs of eyes glow from the trees. And then 2 more. And then 2 more. And 2 more. And 2 more. And out comes an entire pack of wolves, all with the low growl that says, "Boy." The man looks down his shirt and pants, and he's steaming with fresh blood. He looks up at the pack of wolves as they slowly approach, licking their jowls, each with a low growl of "boy." The man is yelling, "Get back! Leave me alone! Get back!" But the dogs approach, and as the wind changes, the steam from the blood rushes over the nose of the wolf pack, and their demeanor changes from somewhat curiosity to hunger. One distinct wolf walks out in front of the pack. He makes eye contact with the man and lets out a low, "Boy." Now show the video. This is the scene from the end.
Stay back.
should have been longer. I don't know why it only felt like a second. There you go. And from there, you can infer what happened to this nice man who wanted to what do you call it? Exploit a dog.
15 out of 10 story.
Thank you.
I even approve.
Oh, okay. Thank you. The wolf who cried boy.
Boy.
I wish I could do it in that little boy. There you go.
Boy.
And then after you read yours, if we got enough time left, we have one solely written by AI that we can split up between the three of us and take a chunk and see if it compares to what comes out of a human brain. Because I don't know if the story I wrote right now was any good, but we'll compare it to an AI.
No.
What's our time like right now?
28 minutes.
Cool, cooking. We're
Okay.
good.
Well, I don't know. The one complaint, I have a feeling this was an advertisement for Red 40 Light.
What are you talking about? The crisp, refreshing, delicious wave of summertime that the minute you crack it, you can't stop. Cut to an AI-generated image of people enjoying Red 40 Light.
Whoa, look at our tongues. That's the holiday spirit right there. Tastes like a party.
Red 40, color your night.
Man.
And we're back.
It's America's favorite beer right there.
Yeah.
Shameless advertisement. Dad.
Find this refreshing beverages at all participating locations in a state, county, or store near you.
They're only sold in
$9.99 per bottle, subject to change. If you have problems with addiction, go ahead and call Colorado 818-917-6543. If you live in Washington, call 938-1156. If you have trouble drinking,
Oh, yeah. It's also outlawed from every state. It's only sold in Turkmenistan.
yeah. Hey, go to producer cam real quick. I just wanted to
Call
see
your doctor if
something.
there's an Ebola outbreak in 3 days of taking substance.
I was just seeing what that was behind just the guitar. Oh, I forgot
Dude,
to.
look. Man, my beard's looking gray right now.
Yeah, whatever. I thought I saw like a.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Anyway, we can go back to Philip Big Willips.
No, wait. I know this cool YouTuber that like talks about Bigfoot.
Yeah. His name is Cabin in the Woods. All right, Willem, let's get to your story. Donkey! Excuse me. I got a cough. For some reason, I really hate the name Farquaad. I don't even know what that means. But, all right. William, he said he wrote a tome.
Okay.
Nice long one.
What's a tome?
Like a long story.
All right, boys. So this is a two-parter, okay? So I'll read the first part, and then maybe we can watch some funny clips or something to break it up a little bit. But...
Well, we could hit a couple clips right now if you want. Let's see what's in there.
So yeah, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, we'll get a clip or two and get people
It's a tome.
from the here's the lightning crash. Spooktacular. Mwahaha.
No, it's
Spooktacular.
Much better.
There it is. I went with an erotica originally, but I was like, yeah, I'll just read that.
You have some eroticism in your story, but like it's got to be more horror dominant. That's just Halloween, you know.
Well, the one.
Look at this big old hunk of cheese
This
in my
is so
coffee.
gross.
If y'all haven't tried cheese coffee, honey, you're missing out.
Can you bet what I was thinking about making for this episode?
Perfect. I'm gonna show you how to make it.
Why-
First,
why
you
didn't
take
you
a good
make
old
it?
Vile,
hot cup
gooded-
of coffee,
Gouda
steaming
cheese
hot.
tea.
I use this classic cinnamon roll. That's my favorite. Then you take whatever cheese you want. I have a blueberry cobbler cheddar cheese. I think that'll be good. But you can use
What kind
regular
of redneck
cheddar,
shit
flavored
is this,
cheddar,
bro?
white cheddar, the orange kind of cheddar, whatever
Blueberry
cheese you
cobbler
want. Now, you want to cut it up
cheese.
in cubes.
Might as well put ranch in
About
it.
this size. And you plop it in your coffee.
really I couldn't tell.
Okay, that's good.
I feel like she
and full.
plops a lot of
See the
stuff.
cheese down in there, and then you let this sit for about 5 minutes. While this is sitting, you go and toast your bread. Okay, I have some crunchy pieces of French bread that I toasted in the oven. My cheese.
I've never
is
made it this far in this video
perfect.
before,
Look
by
at
the
that
way.
Woo, honey.
Oh,
It
that
is
looks
so good. And
wretched.
here's where the magic happens. You take your cheese out of your coffee.
This is why people in Yemen hate
spread
Americans.
it on
And they have a point.
toast, French bread, whatever you want. Look at that.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. She kind of.
Describe
I'll
good
tell you how I
this
feel in a
is.
second.
It's a completely different texture than like making regular cheese toast. And then you get that little bit of coffee flavor in it. Look at all that cheese. So good. My grandmother made cheese coffee every
I'm
single morning,
sure.
as long as I can remember. When we spent the night with her, us grandkids, that was our thing. We'd get up with her and have cheese coffee. If any of my cousins are watching,
I'm guessing
y'all
your
comment,
grandmother
because
lived
y'all
to
know
30.
y'all been eating this stuff.
Okay, pause it. We get the point.
I like how she thinks she invented fondue.
Okay,
You know?
so here's my initial feeling. You can go to wide for this. Here's my initial feeling. Disgusting, cholesterol, diabetes, death, gross. And it looks vile. But then I remembered Sartori Bellavitano. You want to Google this real quick?
No. I'm just kidding. What?
Yeah. Well, how, your feelings on cheese coffee while he pulls this up?
Not.
How do you
It
spell this?
just looks vile and terrible.
SATORI.
Probably not bad for you because it doesn't have a ton of sugar in it, but it just looks repulsive.
And then space Bella, Bella, and then Vitano. It might have been pulled up already.
Oh, dude, I don't know.
But then I remembered this. Go to images.
What kind of...
Then I remembered that they have yeah. Go down to see that image of the black wheel your mouse was by. Yeah. Forgot they make espresso cheese.
Yeah, but that's different than putting fucking blueberry cobbler cheese on your coffee.
Granted, she took the Velveeta route to get there, but
Yeah.
coffee and cheese is not unheard of. And I feel like I've actually tried this cheese before because I love cheese. But also, I still can't abide.
Blueberry cobbler cheese sounds like a sin on its own.
It was like that mango goat cheese you ate.
Don't, dude. I rather eat surströmming than that.
Listen, I'll have a latte with my cheese Danish, but I'm not like grinding them up and making a frappuccino malt, pour thing out of them. So
Did I ever tell you when I ate mango hot or spicy mango goat cheese at Costco?
Yeah, we were at Costco and they were doing the sample thing, right? You can
Yeah.
go to wide real quick, or you can leave it here. It doesn't matter. But yeah, we were at Costco shopping for. I think I was making like a charcuterie board for a get together, and they were at that sample of mango goat cheese. I thought it was fantastic. He put the thing in his mouth. He goes, "Yeah, it's really good." It's like, okay. We turn the corner and he spits it out and gags immediately. He's like, I just didn't want to be rude, but that was the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten. It was pretty.
I'm sure Sir Strawman eclipsed it, right, super producer?
No, I'd rather eat surströmming than that.
Oh wow,
It
okay,
was-
that's a bold statement.
That is. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I will eat surströmming any day over fucking spicy mango goat cheese.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, but I can see why people who. It's definitely a texture issue, and sweet and cheese. I can see why some people
no,
wouldn't.
not
I'd rather get waterboarded than eat Sir Strawman again.
All right, let's see if I got another spooky clip in there.
We'll get waterboarded next episode.
We'd have to include that in the Halloween episode, right?
We'll go ahead and put it in here.
We'll put a Dick Cheney. We'll light a Dick Cheney candle. What's happening to me?
Why does it keep going back down? So, all right.
I want to see this guy.
All right. I don't know what I sent. So let's see.
Okay, statistics say 100% sure if you haven't played Fortnite this year, you're freaking dumb and retarded because it's
Okay.
the greatest game.
I accept that.
Okay, statistics say 100% sure if you haven't played Fortnite this year, you're.
That's just something I have to live with,
Yeah, this one. Oh, this one is topical. Go to the kid holding the tablet.
6, 7, 67.
6, 7.
66, 7, 67.
6, 7. 6, 7.
This is for Pallet's generation.
Yeah. I'm quite familiar with the reference.
Don't put this on my generation.
What's next?
7.
Yeah.
So you can close it out because it doesn't. It's about the same. Actually, I believe that it's therapeutic. It's obviously low functioning to medium functioning people with looks like probably autism or other disease or disorders.
That is not autism, bro.
The autism can get that.
That's
They just can't communicate. They
half
have
your
trouble
brain.
communicating.
That's half your brain missing, bro.
But like I said, I support it. It's a therapy thing for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's therapeutic to learn how to type. I bet you those little tablets that you can type and talk have been a game changer for technology. Because imagine 50 years ago, those kids.
Yeah. Well, things are going to change because like AI is going to help that, kids on the spectrum like communicate more. And that's a good thing, and express themselves. So I'm happy about that.
I don't support it. These people are keeping the best race from the world.
Listen,
What-
historians
and
are going to shame your generation palette for 6-7, and they're going to shame our generation for negative amortization loans.
No, you know what you do to these people, bro? You put them.
Changing the subject.
And that's cut. That's cut. Oh my
Sorry, it
gosh.
sounds like you're getting your Halloween costume is Kenneth Copeland.
Happy camps, right?
Yeah, fun camps.
Yeah. There's gonna be about 6-7 of them per state. Oh. Well, you know what? You can't blame the kids for their memes. We all have.
All
them.
right.
Our memes were different though. We were like Marilyn Manson removed 2 of his ribs so he could suck his own dick.
It was like, remember the Scumbag Steve meme? And like we had like main keyboard cat and Scumbag Steve.
Hey,
we had wholesome memes.
Here's Scumbag Steve.
Yeah, here's Scumbag Steve.
And Keyboard Cat.
Keyboard cat, yeah.
And I'm gonna take
I honestly don't think.
And Building 7.
just randomly Building 7 right
And
there.
Building 7.
That was
yeah.
our meme.
I honestly don't think this shit's that funny. Besides, like when somebody does slip up, it is kind of funny.
Oh, when
Building 7.
Building 7.
God, bro. Yeah, bro.
Oh man.
What are you gonna have for lunch today? Sandwiches? Yeah. I'm gonna eat them in Building 7.
Why is there thermite residue everywhere? What's going on? Yeah.
It was an inside job.
Oh man.
Building 7, that's a good one. You know what? I have a feeling why. Building 7 fell. Because people were squatting in my swamp. Hey, sorry. I think I'm coming down with something. I'm feeling a little weird.
Should have got that Pixar vaccine, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, this is.
Do you want to roll one of Will's clips, or do you want to just get into a story? I have a feeling Will's going to be.
Yeah, I want to listen to this. Nothing better. I got nothing right now.
What, Fiona?
Nah, bro, I'm talking about the rice fields.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're very layered. They have layers. Yeah, excuse me. Okay. Let's get into it. Give us a not Kenneth Copeland spooktacular.
You want me to say spooktacular?
Yeah, because
Yes.
then he's gonna say the title of his story, and there's gonna be lightning and.
Spooktacular.
All right, kiddies. So this next story, unfortunately, Cassandra Peterson's not here to narrate this for me, but she didn't get back to my email. But it is what it is. We won't hold it. We won't hold it against her. But this next story is called "Karen for the Children."
You see my purse?
Yeah.
That means I'm first.
Oh, congrats on being first at Chili's.
I will appreciate your sarcasm.
Karen for the children. Okay. A voice was heard shouting in the distance. Jimmy, get up, man. You fell asleep at work, you stupid dummy. Jimmy had dozed off for a few minutes. It wasn't a big deal. His boss, Johannes, was yelling at him. You need to get your lazy ass back to work. They need you to clean up the set on the 4th floor. Now. Jimmy Dickles was a janitor and a grip extraordinaire. He had accidentally fallen asleep out after lunch. It had been an honest mistake. It wasn't because he was a bad person. It was just because, like anyone, he can run out of energy. He had been pulling doubles because the night shift guy, Gorbin, had stopped coming to work. He claimed...
Fucking Gorbin.
Fucking Gorbin. He'd seen visions of a horrifying creature making terrible howls, squeals on the roof, and always, for some inexplicable reason, plotting against the children. And Jimmy had heard some frightening noises at night too, but he wasn't a pussy, and he just dismissed it as crazy hobo talk, or one of America's many neglected veterans was acting out with bad PTSD. It had been a long week. How did he know it had been a long week? Well, he had bags under his eyes, and energy drinks can only do so much. This was not the first time he had dozed off. He yelled some bad words. He grabbed his pink hat and his trusty janitorial cart, and he proceeded urgently to the 4th floor. This crappy job is bringing me down, man. The crummy job Jimmy spoke of was at the local Hawks News broadcasting building in downtown Drainwad. Jimmy continued. His cart shook and squeaked. There was rows of pictures on the wall of all the Hawks executives. Jimmy continued down the hall under the judgmental gaze of these executives. He passed the security booth. The guard was asleep. I guess everyone was tired of this place. He noticed a wanted poster on the wall in bold print with lots of exclamation marks. The image was hard to make out because it was dark, but it appeared to be a picture of a monkey. The poster exclaimed, "Have you seen this little piece of shit? He's the worst sort of criminal terrorist simian. We're not kidding. He's wanted for stealing Tylenol from the pharmacy, making long-distance calls to Pakistan, eating other people's tortillas, and spiking the water fountains with Red 40 Light, America's favorite beer. RFK rightfully banned that detestable chemical earlier this year. And general, disorderly conduct. He's an absolute menace. If you see him, call the Drain Wad police immediately. He may try to bribe you. Don't corner him. Or as Daquan from Animal Control says, he may throw hands. Sincerely, the Drain Wad police." Postscript, please call if you have any pertinent information. The Drain Wad Police Department motto was written at the bottom. Safety, service, duty, thick goth girl booty, qualified immunity, and honor. "What the hell is qualified immunity?" Jimmy said. "Man, everything's going to tits in this town with that little monkey on the rampage. The cops are pissed." Jimmy found the whole thing amusing. He reached the 4th floor. He now began cleaning the windows with his trusty squeegee. They did much of the filming here. It took about an hour to squeegee the windows. Right before he finished, he heard trotting noises and a loud, braggadocious female voice coming his way. It spoke. "Talent coming through, people. Some adorable white girl died, and we're going live." Before she finished her sentence, she crashed into Jimmy and bowled him over. "Damn it, Jimmy, you little LCD stoner. I almost spilled my $16 pumpkin frap. Maybe if you clean the darn windows once in a while, wholesome people like myself could actually see. We don't all live in a garage shanty lit up by black lights. I swear, are we even drug testing these people?" The lady quickly trotted towards the set. The annoying rhythmic clicking of high heels trailed off in the distance. Neither did she apologize for rudely knocking poor Jimmy over. "What the hell?" Jimmy exclaimed indignantly. That was Karen Grace Bolkin, or KGB.
Ooh.
Karen was the anchor of a TV show called Karen Cares, a show supposedly about helping find lost children and solving cold cases. The show was really about sensationalizing them and exploiting the tragedy and bereaved families for ratings.
Sounds like Grace Kelly.
In a mundane world, we'll put a picture right here. In a mundane world, mud sells. Mrs. Grace excelled at this. Jimmy overheard her conversation with the producers before she went on air. "Can we get cuter pictures of the John Benets people?" This was show code for adorable missing, assumed deceased little girls that had befallen tragic and perhaps foul circumstances. That could mean big ratings. Missing, dead, or perhaps both, older teenage girls were called Natalies. Although the show would exploit and probe any tragic circumstance to mine for ratings, however, focusing on child tragedies produced the best ratings. It was so ephemeral, though. Suspicious or negligent parents, or anyone for that matter, that a motive could be fixed to, were called goats, or scapegoats. The show had to have a villain, for Karen to ridicule and hurl allegations at. That were often with little or no evidence, but that really wasn't important. You can't have a good story without a villain. It would need to be a flesh and blood person, someone intangible and formless, like poverty, disease, or misfortune. These couldn't inflame the passions of the mob for ratings. Fortunately for the show's falling ratings, there was now a real deal killer out there on the prowl. Jimmy overheard the conversation and shook his head. This show is effed up, man. He didn't doubt that broadcasting true crime would lead to helpful information being released, or give investigators a lead once in a while. He just thought the whole thing could be done more humanely and respectfully for the family and the victims. It didn't have to be such a wretched circus. The set was hurriedly prepared by nervous staff under a time crunch. Karen sat in her chair. An intern handed Karen a box of red velvet cake. "Thanks, hun." Karen pulled out a caulking size icing gun and squirted high fructose corn syrup onto 4 large slices of cake. She then soaked each in her frothy pumpkin drink before devouring them quickly. Jimmy shuddered at the unnerving noises she made. Does anyone else want some? The queen bee knows when her busy little drones are thirsty for mama sugar. Jimmy shuddered again. He hadn't eaten all day. He thought a slice of cake would ease the humdrum of the long work day. I would like some cake, Miss Karen. I've had a rough day. Karen's facial expression quickly turned from concern to annoyance to rage to an unexpected smile, followed by a patronizing voice. Aw, Jimmy, I'd love to give you some, but you're not one of Mama's adorable little bumblebees. You're more like an invasive wasp with mites. You know, you could buy one from the cafeteria, but they don't have an EBT machine down there. Karen and the entire studio erupted into piercing laughter. Jimmy grabbed his squeegee from the cart to chuck it at her fat, blonde blobfish face. Johannes held him back and told him to cool his jets. Karen shouted, "All right, my little Care Bear crew. Let's show Mama and the world how much we care. We're on in 5. Jimmy stepped out to the back alley to have a smoke break. There was a monitor there. He heard the show in the background. Good evening, my beloved friends, and welcome to Karen Cares. We'd like to thank the show's greatest sponsor. Indeed, the blessings overflow on the show, and we'd like to thank Kenneth Copeland Ministries for showing us this righteous path. I assure you, friends, if you donate to KC Ministries and our show, then you too shall have a piece of the good earth."
I agree.
Now our top 2 no-nonsense stories tonight. That goddamn little monkey's still on the loose again and eluding Drainwad's finest. Last night, he destroyed a perfectly good retaining wall by the Dairy Queen. The city just had it built.
Wait, Will, question?
Yeah.
Did this monkey also happen to break a fence on a porch?
Yes.
Did he have a stack of freshly made waffles in the middle of the forest?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know where that came from. Sorry. Something's happening here. I'm feeling a little sick. I think I'll be fine. I can make it through the rest of the show.
You gotta take some Tylenol. You'll be all right.
Yeah, well, I think that's what got me into this predicament.
For Ben fucking Franklin's sake, it cost $2,000. If you see that little monkey menace to society, call Drainwad's peacekeeping officers immediately. Or Daquan from Animal Control. Just remember, if you try to take him into custody, he may throw hands. Karen said, well, let's hope they catch that little shit soon. People got enough troubles during the day. They don't need to deal with a trickster fugitive from the local zoo.
Yeah, and I like my privacy. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know what's going on here.
Our top story tonight.
Is it a full moon tonight?
I think so. And this might shock some of my little Care Bears, but once more, the dreaded cheese grater slasher has struck again. Named so for his infamous weapon, a high-tech cheese grater on an extendable baton fixed with deadly Japanese bladed steel. He wears a dark hood and adorns a Mel Gibson mask and has wheelies in his jackboots to more quickly pursue his victims. He struck again last night in a Drainwood home, slicing and dicing an entire household. Local authorities retrieved 8 bodies from the home. He also kidnapped a poor, adorable little 2nd-grade girl. Local town celebrity Stacy Macy May Hay. She's been the Drainwad child beauty pageant queen for the last 2 years. Here's a video of her performing on the Good Ship Lollipop.
Sailing on the good ship Lollipop, the sweetest deck afloat. Make some room, boys! Hear the rhythm on the railing, let your happy heart be note. Tap it out, keep that candy ship afloat. At
the New Year's parade last year, I just can't get enough of them child pageants. I've been a judge at the local one for the last 6 years. Karen said, unfortunately, Mama has to judge more than just children sometimes. Miss Grace said ominously.
I made a joke that we're going to have the little girl on a pageant right here.
Okay, good. The light flickered on and off on the set. Her face changed. She paused uncomfortably and remained silent. Then it spoke again. Is there anything more American than child pageants? They're like honey buns from your favorite bakery. However, I'm afraid poor little innocent, vivacious, wholesome, full of life, racially unpolluted, Stacy Macy, the living Rockwell painting, wherever she went, puppies would follow.
Oh, I'm getting nervous. Well, my stomach aches and my palms just got sweaty. Must be a high school, don't get? Excuse me. What? I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. What even is that? Shrek the Third? What?
She may have entered her last one. Karen couldn't hide her smile. Oh, why does the Lord always take the best ones? I'm as shocked as you are. That's why you tune in, folks, because like me, you care. Now here's an adorable pic of Stacy Macy dressed as a carrot at Easter, and here's a 3D rendering of her corpse after it was cut to bits of gruesome chum by the CG slasher. Remember, it's just CGI. Ugh. Where were the damn parents? Were they smoking weed again? The producer Steve interjected. Karen, do we know she's actually dead? The authorities said she was just kidnapped only. Right. How clumsy of me to assume little Miss Mayhay is dead. But I think that's a safe assumption, Steve. You know how these deranged sick fucks operate. Well, that's all the time we have tonight, folks. We'll dig more into the thick, juicy details of this grisly crime tomorrow. May the Lord shineth the light of justice on this pernicious psycho and that awful mischievous monkey out there. And to all my little Care Bears, may you live, laugh, and love always. This is KGB signing out.
Is that her sign out always? I thought it was join the club, we got jackets.
It's that sometimes.
Okay. I don't know, sorry.
A picture of Stacy appeared on the teleprompter. It said, RIP SMMH. It was a picture of her dressed as the Land of Lakes Indian. She was wearing a DARPA jetpack and was flying around passing out food to homeless.
And we're getting demonetized. Good job.
And she was flying around passing out food to homeless veterans on Thanksgiving. And we're off air, said Steve. Karen shouted at her producer. Steve, do you know what that little jerk monkey did last week? He set up a cardboard way station next to my VIP parking spot. There was a traffic sign posted there that said, fat asses are subject to random inspection. Can you believe the chutzpah of that little freak? I hope the cops nail him. I'll be in my penthouse for the rest of the evening, people. I'm not to be disturbed. Karen snapped at our crew and scampered off. Jimmy buffed the set with the floor buffer. He walked to his locker to change. It was time to go home. There was a letter sticking out of his locker. It was scribbled quickly. It said, Dear Mr. Dickles, the ink on this document will disappear within the hour. You need to listen up. It's a matter of life and death. You must break into Miss Karen's office. It is imperative that you do so tonight. She's been shorting your paycheck to treat herself to after-work buffets. We have evidence of this, but that's not all she's been doing, I'm afraid. I need you to break into her office and grab some files. The name's Gorbin. I'm the former night janitor. I'm actually a PI hired by an anonymous client to gather evidence on KGB. I think we can help each other out, but I need those files, damn it. I asked the cops for help, but they stonewalled me. I suspect they're running interference for her. There's a vanilla folder in the locker. It won't be there tomorrow if you decline. It has some modafinil in case you're tired after work.
Sweet.
It also has a flashlight and a stun gun in case Miss Piggy goes feral. Don't worry about safe cracking or being spotted by a camera. We hired a professional cat burglar of sorts to be your shadow. He'll handle all technical difficulties or sticky situations you encounter. Best of luck. Sincerely, Gorbin. P.S. Sorry about quitting early and leaving you to fill in my shift. That wasn't my plan, but Mama Bear was getting suspicious. That bitch has some inexplicable ESP. I can't explain it.
Man, I'm really feeling kind of strange, guys. Hopefully I don't look like this forever. I'm really gonna miss my cute button nose, thick wavy locks, and taut buttocks. Donge.
You're fine. You just need to eat some vegetables.
Okay.
You'll be good. You'll be right as rain.
Okay. Well, for some reason I'm craving worms and swamp sludge. I don't know. Whatever's going around, it's probably just
the effects of the surstramen, I feel like.
Yeah, or maybe it's food poisoning.
Wait, wasn't it having the Shrek DVD in the particle accelerator?
It could be. I was running some experiments. Little side tangent. I was running some experiments. Apparently, Shrek is 3 quantum fields lower than the God particle, the Higgs boson, and there was evidence of him found when you bounced off of high-speed particles at a 45-degree angle of Shrek number 2. If you could bounce it at the right angle off of the DVD, well, there was a malfunction. There was a huge malfunction.
All right, pause. Cut.
We just got Copeland, the hardest we've ever been.
We got Copeland so hard, dude.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
Copeland, what are you doing, man? We've been donating to your church.
Let me explain about the Shrek DVD in a second.
On this podcast? Yeah. Who's the fucking boss?
What the fuck was that?
I can't
gosh, man. What is going on, man? I told you guys this, we got a smudge. We gotta donate to the church or smudge this place before we record, or this is always gonna happen.
What do you mean? Permanent? No, that can't be real. I was just hit by a fast-moving particle. It was high-energy radiation, but I mean, it would have caused localized, cancer, localized swelling. It wouldn't have done anything. Yeah? When the full moon comes out? Were Shrek? What are the side effects of being a were Shrek? Going into swamps? Looking for anybody named Fiona? Trying to befriend a donkey? Quoting the Shrek movies? Involuntarily. Okay. So once roughly every 28 days? Okay. Okay. Hey, dude, the board is off. You didn't record any of this, did you?
Whoops.
No.
Well, we can edit it out. Okay, I gotta go. I'm in the middle of an important spooktober. I can't think, but okay. Well, donkey Fiona. God, sorry. Okay. All right. Where's Shrek? Really? Well, we'll talk about it later. I'm sure we glinted some decent data from the experiment anyway. So. Okay. Well, this is interesting. We'll have to just deal with it, I guess. Okay. Bye.
Wait, so I know you got your problem going on, but like something's wrong with me.
What's that?
Why do I smell Agent Orange?
I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. We're back from the most epic being Copeland we've ever been Copeland.
Yeah, we got Copeland.
That if you didn't see behind in our quote unquote studio behind.
Also, I had to go get a job done in the rice fields for a little bit.
This is uncomfortable with my ears.
Hard work is the way to success, Pallet.
Yeah, it's true.
But Donkey, sometimes things are more than they appear. I don't know why I even said that. I'm sorry.
I think you need to have a more of a Christian Scientist attitude towards this and just pretend like it doesn't exist,
Yeah. Well, I'll just make sure it's good on toast.
Actually,
out of mind, never mind.
I'm gonna scrap this.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do part 2 now. And then we'll get out of here with the Suno. And I need to take a shower or something. Fiona! Sorry.
Yeah. You have to rescue Fiona. We understand.
You see my purse?
Yeah.
That means I'm first.
Oh, congrats on being first at Chili's.
I will appreciate your sarcasm.
Dickles was terrified, but he told himself, you know what? It's about time someone showed Karen just how much we really care. End of part 1.
Spooktober us over there, not Kenneth Copeland.
Oh, yeah.
Spooktober, Karen for the Children, part 2.
You see my purse?
Yeah.
That means I'm first.
Oh, congrats on being first at Chili's.
I will appreciate your sarcasm.
Whoa. All right, here we go. Part 2.
Okay. Parental advisory.
It's 2-part, right?
Yeah, this is part 2.
You gotta do like that.
Spookiness. Spooky content. Okay.
Parental advisory. Spooky content. Yeah.
Okay. Dickles retrieved the content from his locker and made his way towards Karen's lair on the roof. It was about midnight. It began to drizzle. The streets were shrouded in fog. Jimmy climbed several flights of stairs and a ladder he almost slipped on to get to the roof. Lightning and thunder were heard in the distance. The penthouse was dark, except for one light in the upstairs balcony. Jimmy saw a steel door that said lab. He opened it. The door creaked loudly. Suddenly, 2 howling, snarling, roided out King Corso pit bulls bore down on him with hellish speed. The howling and growls were loud and terrifying. They leaped into the air to rip poor Jimmy to shreds. One ripped his pant leg open before they could murder Jimmy. Both dogs whimpered simultaneously. They fell over like roaches that were sprayed. Jimmy gasped. He noticed that both dogs had been shot with tranq darts.
Oh, look at him in his wee little boots. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that doesn't apply to here. The dogs are dead.
That was close, he said. There was a hovering silver metallic ball floating about 20 feet away. It made an audible humming noise, drifted toward the locked lab door. It scanned the door and it unlocked and opened. The silver metallic ball drifted out of sight after that.
You're going the right way for a smacked bottom, if you ask me. Dong.
Jimmy,
Excuse me.
Jimmy entered the lab. There was a dozen shiny metallic operating tables and what looked like blood collecting equipment. Spooky, Jimmy said. He saw a door that said detention area and a bright green glow coming from under the door.
Green glow?
Green glow. He opened it and was aghast. He saw half a dozen children floating in midair, slowly spinning. They were in suspended animation somehow, and some sort of confinement beam. They all had wide eyes and open mouths. So that's what KGB was doing, Jimmy said. She was collecting blood from these poor kids. But why and for who? Dickel spoke. I'll be a puffin at an albatross party. It's Stacy Macy. He couldn't believe it. Yes, it was her, dressed like Little Debbie from the snack company. She was perhaps practicing for an audition late that night when her family was killed and she was taken to the lab to be farmed for blood.
Jeez.
She had a Lovecraftian look of horror on her face. Little Debbie snacks and cosmic horror are two worlds that rarely collide. She's not dead, said a foul voice from the distance. None of the kiddos are. I just need them for plasma, of course. Jimmy looked in horror as Karen appeared on a catwalk. He didn't notice. She somehow shoehorned herself into an evil surgeon black cat suit with a blood-soaked apron and a stupid dumb military cap. The parents got in the way, so I had to off them, she said. It's too bad, really. I wanted to interview them for a nice pathos puff piece. I was going to air a couple days later. You are all kinds of pathology and evil, said Jimmy to Karen. I could have guessed you'd short my paycheck to pay for your DoorDash bill. I know you're a two-faced, ambitious sociopath. I didn't think you'd resort to kidnapping, murder, and black market blood farming. For what? Karen screamed. You are a THC shrunken brain, grade A loser, Jimmy. How could you possibly comprehend my motivations or the unforgiving demands of being the highest rated show in cable news? It's a glory and a high that an absolute zero cellar dweller like yourself will never know. Enough talk. Now you die, said Karen. She pulled an extendable baton with a bladed cheese grater on it from her belt, and she chased Jimmy while screaming like a banshee. Jimmy yelled, well, that's not good.
That's not what I heard. I heard Jimmy's last words were, I live in a swamp. I put up signs. I'm a terrifying ogre. What do I have to do to get a little privacy?
That's the Mike Myers version of the story.
Sorry. I don't know. It's just happening. It's like a Tourette's. And I'm not saying I have Tourette's. I'm not using that as an excuse. But something's happening. The full moon's getting higher. And the cravings for the swamp are getting bigger and bigger.
Just take your DreamWorks Valtrex. You'll be fine. He began to run. All of a sudden, that silver ball showed up again. It stopped in front of Karen's face. She was deeply puzzled. The ball opened up rapidly, and a boxing glove punched her in her dumb, fat, obnoxious face. She stumbled back and fell off the catwalk, screaming and hollering. Monkey dropped down from the rafters. He had what looked like an RC car remote around his neck. It's what he was using to operate the strange metallic sphere. Monkey was dressed like a jewel thief. Monkey screeched at Jimmy and threw him some keys and pointed at a cell right behind Jimmy. Right, Jimmy said. He fumbled around with the keys to open the cell. Right then, Karen got up, her makeup ran, and she swung the club of death at Monkey. But he cartwheeled out of the way. She then smashed the silver ball to smithereens. Karen, now with a black eye, raged. You think that's the first time I've been smacked around by flying alien balls? You'll have to do better than that. She grabbed Monkey. He bit her. She screamed in pain and punted Monkey across the room. Monkey got the wind knocked out of him. Aw, crap, Jimmy said. Monkey, you all right? Monkey got up slowly and held a thumbs up. Jimmy opened the cell door. All of a sudden, he was knocked out of the way. A giant 9-foot-tall Bigfoot came growling and running out of the cell door. He ran directly at Karen. Jimmy looked up just in time to see Sass haymaker Karen in the face. Her entire head went rolling away with a blood fountain splattered into the air. She convulsed before collapsing on the floor. Sasquatch patted Jimmy on the shoulder. He shook his hand, then he retrieved Karen's car keys from her bloodied corpse and grabbed all her petty cash. He kicked her corpse one more time. He handed $20 to Jimmy, then he quickly ran off toward the Hawks employee parking lot. Loud tire squeals were heard from that direction about 5 minutes later. Jimmy, exasperated, said, "Could this night be any more bizarre world?" Monkey was leaning on a wall, holding his ribs. All of a sudden, Karen's corpse violently convulsed. Something was moving in her skin suit, like a mantis that reveals a parasitic worm when you pour water on it. A pair of long, spindly, uncanny valley-like claws emerged and ripped off Karen's epidermis. An 8-foot-tall, slimy cryptid squirmed and rose like a demonic caterpillar from the remnants of Karen's gooey, bloodied corpse. It let out a demonic screech and howl. "Ah, shit, Monkey," yelled Jimmy. "Can you believe it? My fat-ass sociopath, hungry ghost boss is actually an Arctic cryptid in disguise. That's why she wants all them kids. She's a damn Qualapulik."
Link to the episode here.
Picture of a Qualapulik. Okay. Let's get the hell out of here. Both Monkey and Jimmy ran in a panic towards the roof. The Qualapulik stared at them with his lifeless shark eyes and made many calculations quickly. It then moved, without walking, towards the roof. Its venom-soaked claws dragged along the floor.
And did Monkey say, "Donkey, you have the right to remain silent.
In the Mike
What
Myers
you lack is the capacity."
in the Mike Myers version, yes.
Excuse me. I'm trying to hold these outbursts in. But the moon is getting so full. Continue.
Monkey, how do we stop this thing? "You know more about spooky shit than I do," said Jimmy. The Qualapulik materialized out of thin air. He mind shot a squeegee that hit Jimmy right in the solar plex and knocked him over. Despite its spindly, skin lesion-filled, oozing arm, it indeed had great strength. It smelled awful too, like sulfur and surstramen, the foulest substance in our dimension. Jimmy gagged. It lifted Jimmy above its head. It then slowly and methodically walked towards the roof and chucked him off. "Say goodnight, Jimmy," the creature spoke in his mind and laughed vilely in Karen's stupid voice. The creature felt something pouring liquid on it and turned around quickly and noticed that Monkey was dousing it with a gas can. It slapped Monkey across the face and tossed him across the roof. Jimmy screamed as he fell off the roof. The creature walked slowly towards Monkey with double murder on its mind. Monkey staggered from the floor but got up. He had a black eye and a cut on his face. He pulled a 9/11 commemorative Zippo from his pocket. He lit a cigarette and the fuse of a Dodgeroni firework. He placed it in a short PVC pipe. He pointed it at the demon beast formerly known as Karen. He took a drag from his smoke, and just as the fireworks shot out of the pipe, he flipped off the wretched beast. The projectile struck it, and it erupted into flames. It screamed in the most high-pitched and foul voice.
Did it say, "This is the part you run away"?
No, I got you one better.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Wow.
Incinerated flesh fell from its body. The creature screamed and tossed itself off the roof in a panic. Monkey sat down, exhausted. Jimmy yelled, "Monkey, help! I'm about to go out like a diehard villain unless you do something." Monkey scurried to the edge to see Jimmy hanging on to an Indian flagpole.
Do you want to see the video of your climax real quick? I think.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Go to the.
Which one is it?
Yeah, it's the one with the monkey on the roof.
This one?
Yeah. You can make it widescreen too. This is the climax battle.
Not so fast.
Yeah, you hear that loud screech. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Excuse me.
Damn, Monkey is badass.
Monkey is. Monkey's just the coolest.
Monkey grabbed him.
Oh yeah, this is the other one. This one's awesome too. So
okay, let's see it.
This is the alternate angle of the climax of the battle.
Okay.
Don't if you do it big, it'll cut off. Oh, it works. It works. It looks like it's working.
Oh, that looks dope. I love it.
That one's a lot better. That's what I was trying to show you before.
Oh, dude, that one's epic. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
After a while, you'll learn to ignore the names people call you and just trust who you are. Excuse me.
Monkey grabbed him and tried to pull him up. However, the pole broke from the combined weight, and Jimmy and Monkey, hurled by gravity, were screaming towards the earth. Both yelled at the top of their lungs, "Shit!" Okay. When all of a sudden, the interdimensional watermelon showed up and manifested 2 parachutes for them. He pulled the ripcords telekinetically, and then he was off like a shot to another unknown dimension. Our heroes glided toward the street below, thankfully no longer at terminal velocity. Both men landed on the wet street below. It was still raining. Jimmy face planted like a sack of potatoes, but Monkey, having been to jump school several times, landed gracefully. Both sat up in the middle of the street, bloody and bruised, but victorious. They sat there in silence, trying to catch their breath. Finally, an ambulance arrived at their location, and the driver hopped out of the vehicle and asked if they were okay. Monkey and Jimmy looked up simultaneously. The EMT was a thick, big-titted goth girl. "Better now," said Jimmy. "What the hell happened here? There's been some real weird shit going down. Do you need medical help?" "You're preaching to the choir, miss." "I'm Jimmy. This international monkey of mystery is Monkey. I didn't catch your name, though," Jimmy said slyly. All right. Think of a name, fellas, for a goth girl. A voluptuous goth girl.
Onyx or jade or some sort of stone.
Okay. I actually picked jade.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
What do you think? You throw a name out there. What do you think?
I think you guys got good ones.
Okay. All right. My name's Jade or Onyx.
Almost like the color of my skin, a nice jade.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe he's compensating for something? Excuse me.
She said, "Do you guys need medical treatment?" What the, all of a sudden, a sports car zoomed by them at a high rate of speed. The driver was listening to Freebird. "What was that?" Jade said in amazement. That would be a North American cryptid driving the stolen vehicle of my evil dead boss," said Jimmy. "It's a long, weird story. Me and my friend would love to tell it to you. We'd rather have food than medical treatment, although we'll need both later." I've had a real poop sandwich day," said Jimmy. "But I know a diner that's open late. Would you like to join us?" said Jimmy. "I mean, I guess I'm off in 30 minutes, said Jade. "Don't you guys want to talk to the cops and all the reporters?" I've had enough of work, high strangeness, diabolical reporters, and bullshit for tonight," said Jimmy. "You have to give us a ride, though. I don't have a car right now, and Monkey's license is suspended."
Uh-oh.
The new party convened in the ambulance and headed off to get food. The sun would be up in about an hour. They all ordered pancakes at the local diner.
Was Monkey red 40ing driving?
Well, say it again.
Was he doing red 40 and driving?
Yeah, he got caught drinking red 40 and driving.
Monkey's license was suspended, so we'll just assume Jade drove.
Yeah.
The end.
Woo! That's a red 40 out of 10.
That was amazing.
All right. I was going to have an epilogue with Ken Copeland, but
guys,
he's already made an appearance on the show today.
This was a lot of fun, though. I think we should make stories more.
Yeah, dude, I'm down with it. Creative writing's fun. I mean, I didn't have a lot of time to throw mine together this week, but when I got in the flow, I was flowing. Sometimes it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, because that's not very nice. It's just a donkey. Excuse me.
No, I think we all did great, though.
We did. I agree. So we'll get out of here with the Suno. All right, everybody. How'd you enjoy those spooky stories? Ooh. Tell us down below who's you like the most and who's you like the least, and be very mean about the one you like the least. That's what we like to hear. Tell us that one was so horrible that you want those 5 to 15 to 30 minutes back in the comments below. But go ahead and like, comment, and share, because, we love you, and we're just like onions. We've got layers. Excuse me. So, okay, we're going to write our Suno, and then we're going to get out of here. And I'll start off the lyrics today. I was just hanging out in my swamp, enjoying a cool, crisp red 40 light, when all of a sudden, wolves came out of the woods saying the word boy. And did it give me such a fright?
Monkey is making Red 40 light with absinthe tonight. The wolf boy guy, he got real bloodied in a fight. He was ripped apart by wolves. Man, that was out of sight. But I think that's how the Dyatlov Pass hikers went out too.
I biked to a brony convention to get away from the rapture, but then Mel Gibson came in and asked
I thought it was just a Karen news reporter, but after a long fight on a roof, she turned into a cryptid whose name I can't pronounce. But after a triumphant battle, we rode a booga ball to freedom.
One has to know about swallows when one is king. I voted against the tariffs and for BTTGG, big titty thick goth girl. I voted a day late, so my vote didn't count, but she won in a landslide anyway.
And I finally made it away from the rapture, but I took a volcano portal back in time, but it ended up being 1914 and the world has ended and I have ascended.
As the hours get closer to midnight, the full moon shines upon me. I am becoming a were-Shrek, and there's nothing I can do except for hang out in my swamp, put up signs, and terrify people. What do I have to do to get a little privacy? We love you. Thank you for listening to the Fatal Lunch podcast. Subscribe and monkey.
We love you, everybody. And monkey.
All right, we're creating it. We're going to do what we do every episode.
Glad our equipment wasn't destroyed.
I know. We got that was one of the hardest Copelands ever. As a matter of fact, replay it right now. Well, there was a malfunction. There was a huge malfunction. Holy crap. Did you see that? It was insane. We were Copeland into the ground.
Yeah, you losers thought you were safe.
What did we not give you enough money this week? Is
I'm
that
not
what
feeling
it is?
real blessed right now, Kenneth.
What happened?
You missed your quota.
Oh.
I gave you $650,000.
It should have been $700,000. What the hell is wrong with you?
Well, we're going to listen to the first one, react, and we'll listen to the second one. And we love you. Comment, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next week, where hopefully the moon isn't going to be full. And, well, I'm not going to comment more about a horrible CERN experiment gone wrong. So, all right, here we go.
Oh, I like it already.
I was just hanging out in my swamp, enduring a cool, crisp red 40 light when all of a sudden wolves came out of the woods saying the word boy, and did it give me such a fright? Monkeys making red 40 light with absinthe tonight. The wolf boy guy, he got real bloody in the fight. He's ripped apart by wolves, but I was out of sight. But I think that's how the Dyatlov Pass hikers went out too. I biked the Brony convention to get away from the rapture, but then Mel Gibson came in and asked African or European. I thought it was just a Karen news reporter. But after a long fight on a roof, she turned into a cryptid whose name I can't pronounce. But after a triumphant battle, we rode a booga ball to freedom. One has to know about swallows when one is king. I vote against the tariffs and for BTG, big titty, thick goth girl. I voted a day late, so my vote didn't count. But she won in a landslide anyway.
Dude, that bass line is rad.
Coming away shred, and there's nothing I can do except for hang out in my swamp, put up signs and terrify people. What do I have to do to get a little privacy? We love you. Thank you for listening to the Fatal Lunch Podcast. Subscribe and monkey. Get away from the rapture. Get away from the rapture. Get away.
Album art. Wow, that
Dude,
one
that
has
was
some
epic.
zest,
That was-
dude.
dude.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. What? Why are you growing so much hair all of a sudden?
I
Will?
don't know.
What's going on?
I've been trying to take, Rogaine and get my damn bald spots to grow some hair.
Holy crap! What did you get into the CERN the machine with?
Can I have some beef jerky?
What? Oh my gosh, what happened? Ironically enough, this fell out right as he transformed. A stick of beef jerky. How random.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay,
Where the hell
well,
did it go?
it's right behind you. Me and Saskatoon are gonna listen to this last song, and we'll see you next time. Oh man, I didn't realize you were in the Large Hadron Collider with Jax Link's beef jerky stick. Hashtag not sponsored. But okay, let's get out of here with the last one. And happy late Halloween. Here we go.
I was just hanging out in my swamp, enjoying a cool, crisp red 40 light, when all of a sudden wolves came out of the woods, saying the word boy, and did it give me such a fright. Monkey is making red 40 light without sense tonight. The wolf boy guy, he got real bloody in the fight. His ribs apart by wolves, man, that was out of sight. But I think that's how the diet love pass hikers went out to. I like to Brody convention to get away from the rapture. But then Mel Gibson came in and asked African or European. I thought it was just a Karen News reporter, but after a long fight on a roof, she turned into a Clinton News, a name I can't pronounce. But after a triumphant battle, we rode a booger ball to freedom. One has to know about swallows. When one is king, I voted against the tariffs and for big titty, thick golf girl. I voted a day late, so my vote didn't
Nice.
count, but she won in a landslide anyway. And I finally made it away from the rapture, but I took a volcano portal back in time. But it ended up being 1914. And the world has ended, and I have ascended as the hours get closer to midnight. The full moon shines upon me. I am becoming awake. And there's nothing I can do except for hang out in my swamp, put up signs and terrify people. What do I have to do to get a little privacy? We love you, thank you for listening to the Fatal Lunch Podcast. Subscribe and monkey.
And monkey. That was awesome. We love you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Fatal Lunch Spooktacular. I hope you enjoyed. And make sure to donate to the church.
How was that?
Good.
We got it. That's it. That's the end of it.
All right, let's turn this shit off.